If you think Iran will simply wake up one morning after the war, stretch, sip some tea, and announce, well, that's over, let's get back to business, then you probably also believe your phone battery will stay at 100% all day. Wars don't end like switching off a television. They leave behind broken buildings, broken economies, broken trust, and usually a very long to-do list that no government wants to deal with. In my opinion, Iran is unlikely to return to normal immediately after the fighting stops. Even if peace agreements are signed tomorrow, the country will still be left counting the cost of destroyed infrastructure, economic hardship, and the loss of senior political and military figures. Recovering from all that is a bit like trying to fix a shattered vase with chewing gum. You might stick a few pieces together, but everyone can still see the cracks. Then comes the awkward question: what happens after losing some of the country's most influential leaders? Imagine someone walks into your house, breaks your television, eats your leftovers, insults your dog, and walks away smiling. Chances are you're not sending them a thank you card. Likewise, many people believe Iran's leadership may feel pressure to respond in some way after suffering significant losses. That does not mean retaliation is inevitable or that another war is certain. Governments weigh military, economic, diplomatic, and political costs before making such decisions. Still, the possibility of some form of response remains part of the discussion. Politics, after all, has a memory longer than your grandmother's list of childhood mistakes. Iran has spent decades presenting itself as a nation that refuses to be pushed around. Suddenly pretending nothing happened would be politically difficult. It would be like a football coach giving a motivational speech after losing 7-0. Good effort, everyone. Let's forget the scoreboard. That speech usually doesn't go over very well. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens probably have much simpler priorities. They want electricity that stays on, food prices that stop climbing, jobs that actually pay the bills, and fewer reasons to check breaking news every 5 minutes. Unfortunately, governments emerging from war often discover that rebuilding a country costs much more than rebuilding campaign slogans. The economy isn't exactly eager to cooperate either. Wars have a remarkable talent for making money disappear faster than free snacks at an office meeting. Businesses slow down, investors become nervous, infrastructure needs repairs, and inflation often decides it's time for another victory lap. So while some observers expect life to return to normal fairly quickly, I remain skeptical. In my view, the end of the shooting does not automatically mean the beginning of stability. Peace is much easier to announce than it is to build. Whether Iran eventually chooses restraint, diplomacy, or some other course of action remains uncertain. What is almost certain, however, is that rebuilding confidence, both at home and abroad, will take far longer than rebuilding a few damaged buildings. History has repeatedly shown that wars leave long shadows, and those shadows rarely disappear overnight.